Hello everyone. Our topic for today is Malaysian SNR. That is, we will learn about K levels. We need K levels to find a zone, that is, to make an entry. But in the current topic, I will teach you not about making an entry, but about getting familiar with K levels. Now our first topic is K level. There will be K levels, and our second topic is SMC. SMC and confirmation and entry. We have 7 K levels for SNR. The first one is resistance and support. And the second one is RBS and SPR. The third is OCL, that is open candle level. And the next one is QM, QLC model. And the next one, and the most necessary one, is engulfing, that is order block. Next, we will talk about valid and invalid zones. Okay, first of all, if we are going to talk about resistance and support, its appearance on the line chart, you can also understand it as a classic V. I think all traders probably know about resistance and support zones, but they don't know how to use them. Many people enter and get stopped out. First of all, you need to understand that these resistance and support zones are actually a trap invented by market makers. If you don't know how to use these zones correctly, you will never be able to make a profit. Let's take a look at this together using a real chart, the resistance and support zones. Resistance and support zones. The zones I'm introducing to you, we only look at them in a high time frame. We look at the high time frame and enter on the low time frame. I'll teach the entry in the next topics. That is, you'll learn it in the SMC topic. Resistance. Resistance, 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 and resistance zones. Resistance, and it's getting a reaction. And we have the next resistance zone. And there is also a third resistance zone. This zone is also working, and the next one is another resistance. Okay, there's one here too. And another resistance, something like that. They say the market moves to resistance to support, from support to resistance. This statement is also partially true, but if the resistance gets confirmation and a reaction, the market always moves towards liquidity. Meaning we will teach how to make these entries in the SMC topic. Right now, you need to focus only on K levels and study the K levels well. Zones. Support, support, support this. Support another support zone, meaning this is an open candle lip. Then another support. There's also support in these areas. Support zone. Meaning there are very, very many support resistance zones in the market. But you should only enter a trade from these zones after the market gives confirmation. Here, the resistance didn't work. These zones didn't work at all. What's the reason? The reason is this liquidity. Meaning we will also learn about these liquidities in the SMC topic. SMC and liquidity in theory. I will teach all of these. Right now, we just need to get familiar with K levels. Something like that. Okay. Support, and even more support. Support zone. Matter support zone. Support. The market is moving. The market is in a trend. Good. It's moving. The market is going. Support zone. Support zone. The market can move like that. It hits the support and goes. It's the same here. Support zone, point, support zone. Exactly. Okay. Right now, there are a lot of support zones in the market. There are also a lot of resistances. Okay, for now, please don't focus your attention on this. We will also study these in detail later. Okay, next up, RBS and SPR zones. Okay, RBS is resistance becomes support, and SPR is support become resistance. Okay, let's look at how they are formed. Resistance zone, resistance. And if the market has a resistance breakout, that is considered the RBS zone. And when the market comes to our zone, we can enter a trade. Just like that. Resistance becomes support. Okay, the next one. Support zone, okay. If the market breaks out of our support zone, that zone is considered SBR. And after the market comes to our zone, we can enter sell trades again. S and SVR work in the same way.